7.9, your best choice. The only independent voice of Liberia. No allegiance to any political party, organization, institution, or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
We are the ones that since Joseph Walker for the past 6 years, since Joseph Walker took over past 3 months, it's many us to come to the every me baby over every day every day they take listening for one story. So I was surprised yesterday the minister called and come to have meeting with us. So we got there for the nothing, for the not saying there's no budget for us. She not going to pay us, she put it up down, maybe when she get money the 15th of next month, she will pay us. For everybody that work on the job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got angry, we went to the mansion in group 730 person. Paulina, she said, Joe, we have put her father down when he was working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with him, that job we are put there, she will put them down. Paulina cried to her. So therefore, she came and said, she's not working with us again, and she didn't pay us. So I saw that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then for the 3 months that Joseph Walker got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. That's how she left. So we should go and sit down. I tell you, Boaka, Joseph Boaka. I said Joseph Boaka. And I always talking to the senator, representative that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you. We voted for you in the house. You're sitting there. Paulina play with us. And Paulina play with us. She will get it wrong for herself. She will get it wrong. Paulina, the small child. She running. She know how to have. She baby. If you want to take off anywhere, pay us. We'll go and sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that we're on a job, we are government. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? That you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of job we are? Please, our senator, you can call back. Our senator in the house, you please talk for us. You say you are going to talk for the women. That what Paulina is doing to us. She's taking bread from our mouth. We will be marching as a group. We all will be going to the march in black. We will walk to the mansion and we'll point tire. And they will kill all the way they keep putting in your they kill us. Because they want the king for the kill. They say they came to rescue. But they never came to rescue or they came to kill us. We will march to the mansion, everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear with minister said that they put down, I've been saying they will wear black. We'll go to the mansion, we'll put tire, we'll point it, we'll walk to the mansion. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a black liar. The people came to steal. He came outside when he saw us. He stood and he said, your words are going to Paulina coming back. He never came back. He just left on the only thing they did, they called the police are shoving us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us on money. We are Liberian.
The king to rescue us, but the king to kill us slowly. There's some of us, we are 10 children, no husband, to even help us to sustain our children. That on the side what we're sending, that Susu can help us to pay our rent, to pay our children's school fee. But the government, people come here around, they tell us that we should leave the sidewalk. And once of the seven area, they sort of be careful with. The water, the poo water running from China Bay. They don't put the effort to clear the poo. Yeah, beyond Central Bay. Or in the car, the necklace, and in the crack, on the car. Yeah, all the Ferrat necklace, they can occupy the car. The government see that one. But with the innocent people, why we know our job facility, our children all our house in college. Now the business between us sustain our children. Just like Baka can care and they can rescue. What I say we should fight for our children future. They don't want our children future. They can damage our children future. If they love the citizen and they don't want riot, police or soldier, nobody can stop us. Because now where we get our daily bread from? None of the men, they're not supporting children with their mother, with their husband, with their everything in the home. There's some of us were not educated at the business backing us. So when they temper around us, their body will pull. Some of us will not have our weapon. We're going to medicine man was when you come into our market, we'll blind your eye. We will cripple you. Baba signal will whistle on you because we fell out with that nonsense in their country. Yeah, you say I can rescue them, want to kill us slow there. That get it there. So so security, they came out police, they came around with selling police, they came out get all awareness. For now until the 7, they will see you on the street. That's it, but you don't get nobody job facility. And that on the street, the people from the federal office they can come by our son. And what people making in it, yeah. And that blessing would not belonging in market. Now along the street, and that market or say going in a general market.
Tonight, right here on this very day. And so we are grateful to Almighty God, to the Almighty God, that we are here beaming with life and that of good health. I want to safely say good health because I'm battling against something, but never going to back down. I must admit that I'm never going to back down. And as a matter of fact, I haven't been too well for the last 2 days. But God is alive and God is with us. And we are strong and we're going to be strong consistently. As you can see from the facial expression, we've been challenged and diagnosed with typhoid, some malaria, blah, blah, blah. But we are on meds at the same time doing what we think we can do for our country. And we never like to be knocked down by those kind of things unless it is really it's not the issue about we think for sure. But thanks so much for your prayers and everything. Keep it up. We keep praying for one another because that is how it works. So you will see that the tense moment will always be there. And I'm not too okay. But I have to move on because it hasn't reached to a place of me trying to back down. It's really tense, tough, but we will get there no matter what the circumstances are. So welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, nope, or issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. But that sorry does not in any way means that we regret our actions like we've always said. So we are here doing whatever we can. And we think for sure we're setting together, no matter what it is. So in this life, we are very grateful and we'll say thank you all so much for your prayers and your support. And I want to just tell you people that it is good that God is carrying us all and God is strengthening us by the day. We are looking better. We are looking bigger. And like we always said, God prepare us for this moment. And so we are forever grateful. So our appearances out there will speak for us. We are not living a fake life. We are just who we are, and that's just who we will be. You go or you come down, you will never, I have never gone down in my life before. I don't know why. And because I don't care about what you care about. What you really care about, I don't care about it. That's why I'm just who I am. So I'm just grateful to the Almighty God. And Liberians are grateful. And we don't like, that's why I like the old man and whatever they in CDC. They have lived with it now. They are moving on with their life. And I love a post that Akara's Great just did. And I really admire that post. He said, our mission is to regain power. And that is the mission, to regain power. And we're going to do it in all of the democratic phases. All of the democratic phases, because you cannot betray the trust of the people. The people who felt downhearted. And that list is going to add up. The frustrated people who got frustrated as a result of the election's result. Yes, there were frustrations. But these people, there are others who have come to dump on them. So the number has now increased because deceptions. Every stage of it, that's why it is. So we think for sure it's very important that you be able to stress that. So who's going to be there to resurrect these people? Who will be there to stand up for these people? Who will be there to do this? It is what makes our democratic space very important. Because if there's no one there, it becomes a problem. So that's why I want to say thanks to the legs of Winston Blading, the rest of the other folks, you got to keep our wheels of democracy turning. That's why you saw us blast out our lawmakers yesterday and telling them, look, this is what you ought not to do. Because you need to keep the wheels going. That's the only way it works. People's feet need to be, kept to the fire. That's the only way the country will progress. But if you buy everybody and you think nobody should talk, whatever it is, what's the big deal about it? You can't do that. We are not doing anything bad in this country. And that's why people like us, what we have done for ourselves, especially for those of you out there, you have helped yourself, or you don't even know what you're doing for yourself. Because no one else, we're not living a fake life, and we will not live a fake life. There are some of you who live in pretentious life, fake life. So as a result of that, you will be crying, you will be sick, you will be whatever, and you're showing your teeth also, you're acting like all is well with you, and it's not well with you. But you want to pretend, you want to impress people, and we are not impressionists. Our work that we do here, we're not impressing anybody. So we don't get time. That's why you did not understand about the Freedom FM folks and other folks as well. We were not doing what we were doing because somebody was giving us money, or because we personally merely just let somebody know. We were doing what we did because we believe in what we did, and we believe in it even yet up to now. So as a result, we are resolved. We don't need anything to be patriotic. You don't have to be paid to be a patriotic person. You don't have to be paid to be a nationalistic person. So if you say you are pushing a nationalistic drive, let us withdraw our money from you and see whether you will still be a nationalist. That's how we can test you. So some of us, we went through the test of times. There were times we complained here. We even nearly raised money. We nearly went to you, the public people, to start raising money. People in the diaspora, they used to hear our frustrations. Freedom FM, or all Freedom FM, we used to be praying to go raise money so that we'll buy few and all. The old man will say no, he doesn't want it. He won't want anything from anybody. He will try his best, and whatever, he doesn't want to see his head going down to go back anybody. That's how we've been surviving. So where we are now, what a big deal. What's the big difference? When people were there, what did they do? Nothing. But we were still believing in what we believed in, and even up to today, and we did it. That's why we are to where we are. We're not living pretentious life. We're not living a fake life. We are just who we are. We're not like Joe Burger who living a pretentious life. He just want to impress people. He just want to impress people. So when people talk, he say, Jeff, you can't do it one day. He say, not say, look at it. Until, they are keeping him under pressure to make him to look like somebody who is okay. And he's not okay. I will still say that any day. Deep down, the people within his inner circles, they know. But it's not things that we care about. Once he can come outside and say, okay, no problem. The day something, what they call a teeth outside, will be laughing. They say when you want pretend, anytime you want pretend, and you want make people to impress people, sometimes bad things can be happening to you. The people will be laughing. They say, no, man, it look like. So the day that thing that he's doing that, so where they fooling him all over the place, they're telling him all kinds of things. And then they just treating him in that form of manner. They are managing him. They are pampering him. Let them continue. And we here. Go here. We are right here. And some of the things we're talking, you thought we're lying, and you're seeing the truth to it. Yeah, we are getting there. So we don't have time for those things. So by the grace of God, we will try our best to see to it that we highlight all of these things so that our people, they can't give up on their country. You can't give up on your country. That's why you see during the course of the election, somebody say, I will not vote. Who said, no, go and vote. You can't give up. Whether you like it or not, you vote. You don't vote. The idea, the impact of that vote, you will feel it. What the consequential effect of that vote, you will feel it. So what's the essence? Go to vote. So if we're encouraging people to go and vote, no matter if they didn't want the government, you just needed to go vote. You just need to vote. Whether you're frustrated in the lawmaker, you still need to vote. Because whether you like it or not, the decision that will be made, it will cover you. So why will you want something that will cover you for you to not participate in something that will cover you? How is that? You should have a standing. And your vote is what that gives you that standing to say, look, that is why it is. I didn't vote for this person. And the reason I didn't vote for the CDC government, because I didn't like them. That's a good ground for you to vote. I didn't like John Brown. John Brown behaved like the other person the last time, so I come here again to vote against him. And because some of you did not vote, you let the wrong people to take off power today. There are some of you, particularly that 17,000 vote margin. If you check amongst it, there are some of you who particularly said and say, me, I'm not going to hear my hair again. They run out here. You're going to care ourselves for the election in a runoff. That's 17,000 vote margin. Some of you sitting down today, you are the cause of that 17,000 vote margin. Because he said, I'm going to have my hair, and other men were eating the country money. But that is your party. You were also part of your party because some of you got vexed with party executives. Some of you got vexed with maybe Eugene Nangwe. Some of you got vexed with maybe Mobile Molu. So as a result of that, You just think the people are going to pick and choose? No. This is a lesson learned for all of us. You just think they are going to pick and choose? People in your communities know that, or whatever workplaces, they know that you are aligning with the CDC. So that decision you took to say, me, I'm not going to vote, and I didn't want to get me eating their hair, and I didn't want to get me eating the country money. All that thing that you were doing, you see what it is now? You can't come now to tell the people and say, no, me, I want the CDC, but I not vote for the people. You can't say that one now. So they're grabbing all of you and bottling you up, laughing at you in the community. That is why it is, because you shouldn't have a place. But they are placing you where they saw you before. Your last place that you associated, that's CDC. So if you did not vote, you think how that 17,000 margin came about? Even with all their cheatings and things they did, you think if you are turned out to say, look, we should learn these things. You can be so vexed until you hurt yourself. Today, you are frustrated, you're frustrated. You started it in 2020. Because you are frustrated, you even went to the extent of saying you will vote for DeLong against your party. Today, that man grab you and insulted you. This time, you say, you know what, we'll change the gear. Though we want to vote for DeLong and what they call, we're not going to vote for you people. One thing we'll do now, we're not voting for anybody. But the people know you to be a sedition. They know that you are a sedition, you are working at the administration agency. But you say no, because the way the minister are behaving here, and I'm going to go vote for, we have to keep the minister here. You see where we are now? And that's it. So all of y'all now, they are bottling you out. You see, look, participate. Whether you don't like it or not, participate. Whatever it is, that's it. These are lessons for us to learn. So these are some of the things that you just got to know about. And, you know, it helps all of us just to just pass by and help all of us. We are expecting, and my friend and brother from Grand Bassa County, who's currently in the United States of America, and actually Isaac W. Jackson, and I'm expecting him on a brief while because he's working, but he will try to buy time so that he can hit us up, and we are still looking at it. And so we think for sure we are certainly getting there, and that's the thing about it. Bossman, I'm still waiting on him, and I hope he can come on. But the Freedom Cash giveaway continues tonight, and with our 2005 today, Thursday. Yeah. So there's tomorrow the 20,000 jackpot, and we are doing everything to be available to make sure that we give you that. And we think for sure we are certainly getting there. Sorry. So we will get to actually Isaac W. Jackson. He's about to join us in a jiffy. So that we can elaborate on some issues of national. The only guest me and Leg on my show. The guests are like because all from not just from the same, but we can talk the same way. So and we think for sure we are certainly getting there, and with God above all, we will over all prevail. So I think these are interesting times for our country, and we will certainly get there. And so we are okay. He's in the backstage already. So let me just put him on because he said he has to start work, and I have about 40 or 45 minutes from now. So let me just hit him up so that he comes on. Yeah, okay. So there he is. Okay, so
how are you?
God is wonderful. We are certainly getting there. All right, and okay, he's in the backstage now. Good. All right, so Attorney Isaac W. Jackson, what's up, boss? How's everything with you?
I'm doing very well. Happy to hear from you. It's my pleasure, brother. It's my pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure hearing from you and to applaud you for all that you continue to do for our country. I think you're doing very, very well. I must need to, in this public manner, congratulate you belatedly with all the emphasis at my command for being accepted at the Bassa Bar. You know, this is a remarkable achievement. I don't know what your critics are saying at this stage. You must have seen all your critics now into silence. But congratulations once more. Congratulations.
I know. Thank you, Anthony. It's great. Yeah, it was a good occasion, especially when we went there You know, it's always good being connected to your fatherland, and it's very much important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I want to say it's been quite some time now. You know, you are a busy man, like you always said, and
Yeah, my brother.
and which of course is true, not just that you're saying it. But
Yeah, my brother.
America is the land of busy people, especially responsible person like you, who will not be involved into fraudulent activities to get rich, like Waterspoon would do. Because there are other people who are big guys down there, you know, they don't care. They can just involve themselves into fraudulent activities and blackmailing as their means of survival. But here is it, you are a family man, and you want clean money. You know, so as a result, your family should be respected. That the proceeds of that money, whoever is going, your children will be blessed and they will not be cursed. That's why I always enjoy you. Yeah, working very hard. I really emulate that, and I think you are a father to emulate. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I'm humbled by your warm words. But again, you know, everywhere, even in the Bible, they say there's dignity in labor.
In labor,
You know, even Dr. Martin Luther King also talk about it. He said, if you want to be a sweet stripper, you must sweep street so well that people will find beating path to your doorstep and say, there live a great sweet sweeper. So that's dignity all in labor, you know. So yeah, I'm happy to be here and to be working very hard for my family all keep. The children are doing well. God has been very good to us. My kids are in good school. You know, 24-hour current. We enjoy the life that comes with living in the modern world. I'm happy for that. Yeah. Some of the desiccated Phil Unity Party propagandists, you know, they will always read under my post. My man, you see all your men here doing well, yeah, you ain't like America hustle. I said, but brother, if you compare the American society to that of Liberia, where will you want to live? In Liberia, where we hustling to put generator on vogue current. You know what I mean? What are you doing, brother? You know, the school there's still challenged and Boaga took over. He has not made any direct or major policy decision towards even improving the educational sector of the country. So what are you talking about? You know, people just talk, you know. So brother, we're happy, but God has been good. God has been good to us. And I'm happy for you too that you continue to do well for the country.
Thank you, boss. All right. So a couple of issues have been unfolding whilst you were away from this platform. I've been keeping them on this docket. I want to call this the code docket. This is the code of public opinion. And of course, the docket is really charged with a lot of issues. And of course, you come
absolutely
with your own arguments.
Yeah.
So a couple of issues have been unfolding whilst you were away. There was something very alarming. I think that appointment, of all of the appointments that have been in recent time, there was an appointment that was made recently concerning Chris Odanuga or Chris Hayes.
Yeah.
And then somebody you interacted with before. At the time, you were at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. And there was some negative and, of course, bad one that happened. And I saw that when the president of the Republic of Liberia had to appoint Quays. And I think there is a letter. And let me just see here quickly. Okay. I think this will be the communication. And you one person who worked with him before as to what that relationship was like. You will tell us more about that. Or you worked with him before, especially when it comes to this pageant thing. All right. So there was on May 16. Yeah, Chris Hayes Odanuga. Yeah, of course. He was appointed. He said, "I'm pleased to appoint you as ambassador at large for what? Tourism." Okay. I'm seeing that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Does this come as a shock to you? There's somebody you worked with before. How was the relationship like?
You know, Liberia is at a difficult place. And Boakai and his people, even though they have put the Liberian people under the lying pretext that Boakai was being the savior of the country, it is now evidentially clear that Boakai has placed the country in handcuffs and dragging it strictly to hell. I did a recent post where I said, it is now objectively pathetic that Boakai is objective, no matter what standard of measurement, it is objective. And I put pathetic behind it because this Boakai who's supposed to be the savior of the Liberian people, who's supposed to rescue Liberia, is now making President George Weah to look like Abraham Lincoln because he underperforming even Weah. Bouakai made a 100 days commitment to the Liberian people. One of the things he said he would have done within the 100 days was to help to improve Liberia international image, to improve the image of Liberia internationally. Regrettably, all of those Bouakai has named, as presidential envoys, they all have checked up history and past, including the fellow whose name you just called. So how is Bouakai supposed to improve the image of our country when those who are serving as his envoys have checked up history? Today, the world is a global village, Abraham. When you make somebody a presidential envoy or an ambassador at large for youth and sports to start with, the people on the other side, your counterpart, they will Google the name of that person. They will even put it in, they will want my picking later this down, the AI, the artificial intelligence. They will put it there and they will generate more information about that person. So people who are leaders of their country, they do their due diligence before they can name people. Today, Bouakai is proving to the rest of the world, and including Liberian people, that he is not interested in integrity. So he will go and name an adulterous cheat and a Senegalese fellow to be serving as Liberia ambassador at large for youth and sport. You think that was bad? He doubled down in doing that when his son recommended another guy, another Tintin, who is a crafted crook. The man who is on record for duping people, Bouakai made him presidential envoy again for business. He didn't stop there. He doubled down and named Craze. I don't have personal issue with Craze, but if you will deep dive Craze, anybody who is earnest will tell you that Craze was responsible for Liberia not to participate in the 2012 Miss World Beauty pageant. Grace Onanuga enjoys the franchise to holding the Miss Liberia Beauty pageant. A pageant that Madam Selly refused to attend. It was based on my intervention and my persuasion that Madam Selly decided. And what I'm saying to you is on public, it's in the public. If you want to follow up with it, you can ask some of the people who were in the meeting and who were associated with the executive mansion. When Mika went to meet with President Selly, Mika had a regular weekly meeting with Madam Selly every Tuesday, and then we do the press conference on Thursday. On one of those Tuesdays, we have gone to meet with Madam Selly. The head of the team, Louise Garcia Brown, informed President Selly in private, in her chamber, and said, Madam President, we're organizing the Miss Liberia and we want you to come there for the first time. President Selly was downright in her response. I will not come there. I'm not comfortable with you men putting small girls on parade and you're sitting there laughing and clapping. It's not a place I will come. That meeting became quiet. Nobody talked in that meeting. After President Selly spoke in that angry tone, it took the courage of Arcee Jackson. The people who were in that meeting, they still around, Norris too around. I told the press secretary, then now Minister of Information, were in that meeting. And some of the brothers who were at Mika, in the Mika cabinet, they were in that meeting. I do not lie publicly, brother. They can come and disprove me. The room became quiet. Madam Selly said, I'm not going to Miss Liberia. Small girl, you put in there, they wear bikini and be walking around. I'm not going to see that. After the silence, the long silence, I jumped in. And I said to Madam Selly, I agree with you, Madam President. That's how we normally would do. Madam, I agree with you. But the issue with the Miss Liberia thing is basically resonating with many of the young people in the country. And considering that we're going towards the electioneering period, It will be good, Madam Sally. I know you don't want to do it, but it will be good for you to pop in there for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And she sat in her chair, as it, you always find a way to convince me. They kind of think, I don't want to do it, but I will think about it. And then we started going on with other conversation. At the close of the day, Madam Sally agreed to attend that Miss Liberia beauty pageant. The first beauty pageant, I showed in her entire life that she ever attended. Madam passed there for, I think, about 10 minutes. At the close of that beauty contest, Onanuga, the franchise holder and the organizer of the beauty pageant, you know what he did? He, contrary to established principle and protocol, he named one other different girl, I think Nodine, a girl he was close to. And then the judges named another girl, I think Rihanna. That year, Liberia produced 2 queens. It became a big embarrassment. We were then compelled, following investigation, with the instruction of the government in its head. Mika was directed that this was disgraceful. We can't produce 2 queens. There's a Nigerian guy who was the MC and announced for the judges, Desmond Elliott. Because normally when you do the queen contest, it is the judges that are announcing the queen.
Yeah.
The judges announce the Rihanna person, and Chris Onanuga announced his part of person. He was the organizer, he was the franchise holder. He didn't have any right to announce anybody. So Liberia produced 2 queens. Embarrassingly, the government was compelled, as a way of resolving the crisis, to inform Miss Ward. I was directed, instructed as Deputy Minister for Public Affairs, to inform Miss Ward that Liberia will not participate owing to this embarrassment. Today, the man who made Liberia to not participate in Miss World 2012, the man who embarrassed President Sally, is the man Bouaka has named to be what envoy for tourism. You see what Bouaka is doing? He's not interested in integrity. He's carrying on as though he was vice president and not even paying attention to what was happening in his government. Because Chris cannot have this kind of injurious history on the tourism sector, and you're making to be ambassador for that sector. You understand what I'm saying? So beyond this, Miss Liberia thing, Chris was also named in the Sabamani case, even though Vanisha got involved and they say they won the case, the American was displeased. They had to put sanction on Vanisha. But I am just saying to you, so in Bouaka 100 days deliverable, where he said he will help to salvage Liberia image, his presidential envoys, they don't seem to be people who will salvage the country image, because they themselves have what? Check up history. And it's not helping the country's image. It's bad as bad can be. And Bouaka is trying to undermine the legacy of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, when those who Ellen Johnson Sirleaf effectively dismiss or fire, he resuscitates them and brings them back to government. What is he telling Madam Sirleaf? What is he? The former water and soil boss, effectively dismissed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Bouaka brought him back to the government. Chris Onanuga made Liberia to be controversial. Liberia did not participate in 2012. Today he said he involved. He taking pictures all over the place. Even though he was even named in the Sabamani case. They said, oh yeah, the kid, they won the case. They won that case under controversial circumstances, and the American embassy in U.S. State Department report talk about the case. It was as a result of the way the case was handled. Today, Vanny got sanctioned on the Council of Vanisham, big brother. I respect him. He got sanctioned on his neck. So I think Bouaka is not doing well for our country. I think Bouaka is underperforming WIA's record. And if somebody want to debate it, they can debate with me. I'm prepared to do it. Even my friend, the younger brother, Monty, you know, he's a younger brother. The other time he was excited, he said, oh, you will debate me. I said, I don't waste my time. I'm not going to debate a junior comrade. I said, the maturity of judgment will not allow me to debate a junior comrade. Today, Martin Colley and Amara Kone, they can pass for a what? A good faith witnesses. Because they are coming to terms with some of the things we say about Bouaka, that Bouaka represented an apotheosis of incompetence and corruption. Apotheosis is that big word. Bouaka, apotheosis, what I mean is he represents a perfect example. You know, somebody is an apotheosis or something, that person is a perfect example of that thing. Bouaka represents a perfect example of incompetence and corruption. So they're expressing shock that Bouaka is making business or try to deal with Rabah Gumede. Rabah Gumede is a controversial South African businessman. Many people in South Africa say he made his money by engaging in all kinds of shady and dodgy deals. And the same begin, and I will call them good faith witnesses because they are insider. They associate themselves with the Bouaka campaign. So when they speak from good faith. They don't get Bouaka. So I call them good faith witnesses. He posted, but Bouaka, you can't be dancing with the devil, even though one yellow machine, but the way you're going about it is wrong. I said, but the same Bouaka said to us, he was going to dance with the devil to get power. You are not listening to him? And that today Bouaka is in business with Gumede. How is it shocking? When Bouaka doing the campaign demonstrated no decent regard for integrity when he was knocking about with adjudicated criminals. But Joseph Newman Bouaka, in total disregard to integrity, he was knocking about with adjudicated criminals. You can put Witherspoon on the witness stand for me. Put Witherspoon on the witness stand. This is an adjudicated criminal that Bouaka was in bed with. And so you're surprised now. You know, Bouaka, you're not supposed to be going to bed with Gumede. But Bouaka was in bed with criminals before he won the election. Bouaka was also in bed with a murderer, rapist, Prince Jedube Johnson. This man who enslaved our women during the war years. Any black woman in Prince Johnson captured territory automatically became his wife. It's the man that was Bouaka de facto campaign manager. You come here, you go on Facebook. Yes, I'm happy that you can muster the courage to spare some truth on the record. But don't express shock. Don't say you're shocked. Because Bouaka showed to us what he was going to do when he became president. He associated with Prince Jedube Johnson, a notorious murderer. He associated himself with an adjudicated criminal, a self-confessed, capitulated Witherspoon. So why are you expressing shock that he go to Gumede? Gumede is the controversial guy. Gumede engaging in all kind of shady deed, but Gumede is recognized as a millionaire. So don't be too shocked. Know the character of the man you associated with. This is my plea today. So you see, brother, we have to be careful. Liberia belongs to all of us. That's why when I listened to the CDC press conference, I had a sense of relief. But it is not enough for us to do press conferences. The opposition community have a responsibility to mobilize at least close to 1 million of our people to stand against this oncoming train of disaster. You can't wait for the country to go in the deepest of hole. If the first step Bouaka made, if the steps are not impressive, what do you expect? They say the first step a baby takes should be the most exciting step. But if the first step is not impressive, what guarantee do you have? Where we are, brother, I don't see anything good coming out of this old man. We need to stop this soon. And CDC has a responsibility, even though the CDC people say, whoever, organizing protest, they will support it. It's not that CDC should support. CDC is a revolutionary party. It has a revolutionary credential. So they should stand up, they should mobilize it, and let people get joining to stop this oncoming train of disaster. Our country been through too much. We can't afford this anymore. Enough is enough. Some of the people who were behind Bouaka or behind CDC, on CDC neck, criticizing day and night. Today, where are they? Amara Kone, And Delon had a very interesting exchanges. Amara mustered, he straightened his backbone. He said, Delon, you will not bully me into silence. Even though, Brother Delon, today, amidst all the missteps, the underperformance, the incompetence of the Boakai administration, Delon remains uncharacteristically quiet. Not that it's just shameful that Delon is uncharacteristically quiet. I think it's even dangerous that he is now encouraging other people to keep quiet. Today, Delon is the chief campaigner for a closed government. Delon is the chief campaigner for the government not to be transparent. When Amara Kone, other goofy, try to show the light and say, I see the government having this conversation. They issue a 3D video. I listened to the government at its retreat announcing that they're bringing 285 yellow machines. How do you start this conversation? Before you start the conversation, you should have known that there is a PFN law. You should have known that there's a PPCC. Something not right. Amara is blowing the question. Delon said, oh, my man, you showboating. So for Delon, the government should be closed now. For Delon, dissenting opinion should be mischaracterized as showboating, because it's mischaracterization. What Amara was doing is not, it can't be characterized properly as well as showboating. Amara is showing the light. The same letter used to call Delon, that mantra has gone away from the brother. He doesn't want, let's wait until it comes to us. Delon, what do you know about running government? The public right to know will override any position you have in the government. Oh, we senator, let's wait for it to come to us. No. The public got opinion. Amara got to put it there so the public can form an opinion. It was because of the public opinion that today the government has backtracked on its own. Joyful pronouncement. Because when that thing was said at the retreat, the girl who said the yellow machine woman was being applauded. You understand it? So what was being applauded at the retreat is now being downplayed. My friend Pierre, we worked together before. He said, my man, here we get it in 10, but we ain't signed no contract yet. But in law, if you get it in 10 and you take substantial step to actualize that intent, how do we call it? It's incoherent. It's a crime. You have an intent to break the law, you take substantial step to breaking the law. Because the law they are breaking now, it is the democratic principle of transparency. On top of the democratic principle, that traditional cherished democratic principle of transparency, they're violating the PPCC, the PFN law. They are in the road. They are on the road to doing it. In law, if you take substantial steps to violating the law, you can be held for violating the law. That's why they got attempted rape, they got attempted murder. They have made substantial. We are talking about they have intent, but they didn't finalize it. If you get intent, and that intent is towards committing crime, what is it? It's the men's rear, the criminal mind, the men's rear. Call the criminal lawyer. Let's put Pierre's statement on a scrutiny. You talk about the men's rear, the criminal man. It is the men's rear coupled with the accused rear that gave you the 4 kids. But if the men's rear is there, we can still hold you for attempted murder, for attempted rape. You got a man, you're going towards it. The girl who went to the woman, let's call her woman, I don't know call girl. The woman, the yellow machine woman who went there, she should have known that you can't even start this conversation that is about $1 million.
Say yellow machine.
The PPCC buy-in. The yellow machine woman, she should have known that. Boakai boasted of having 45-year experience in government. If Boakai boasted of having 45-year experience in government, he bringing people in the government who has 0 experience. Is that what he's saying? Can Boakai intelligently, let me make the point you ask question. Can Boakai intelligently distance himself, absorb himself, exculpate himself from the action of this girl and his minister for public works? Come on, let me earn it. You think how you call Mama ability will take upon herself, go there to negotiate and come back without even briefing Boakai and announcing in cabinet retreat?
No, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Boakai is in the full knowledge of what the girl has started to do, even though he said he got 45-year experience. The step you're taking to command Liberia to the shady deal and to the shady businessman. A wrong or a flash in the face of our established transparency laws. So my friend Pia said, oh, you know, we got the intention, but we're not doing it yet, gentlemen. It's just like when one people wants to see you, boy, I can't see your thing. I'm just looking at it. That's what they're doing. I would tell my friend publicly, he's a brother, he's not even a friend, I'm brother publicly. If the government is insisting, and you have to say something so ridiculous like this, it is your credibility that you're going to honor man so soon. Because the only currency that other political people is what? Our credibility. But when you start coming across in a ridiculous manner, then people make fun of you and laugh at you like they're doing to the government now. Even the government own agents are laughing at it on Facebook. Oh, yellow machine like this, yellow machine like that. This is going to be a serious thing. They are not laughing Bwaka yellow machine venture to scorn. Their own people, not different people, not even CDC. Bwaka own people are laughing at him. When a yellow machine thing you're doing so, you go do yellow machine with Gomedi. You know Brother Gomedi before? Where you know him from?
A woman, a yellow woman, so she bring yellow machine. A yellow woman bring yellow machine.
But the yellow machine woman, she was known the law revolving around these things. And I don't want to be, you know, I have some sensitivity for women. I'm very passionate about women. I believe in women right. If I went, Madam Sally talk about the 30% of women thing, I would be behind the women franchise. I love women franchise. I love affirmative action for women. So I don't want to be on her, but the people, some of who want to criticize the woman, they don't not criticize her in isolation of Bwaka, because I think everything she did,
she did it
in consultation with Mr. Bwaka.
Yeah.
And today, nothing has happened to her. Okay? That's one of the things again. If they want to committed the government under these circumstances and it's becoming problematic, have anybody asked her for her knee or what she did or any punishment? No. So Bwaka is underperforming George Weah and the opposition community, especially CDC. Don't be ashamed of some of your people who worked in your government yesterday and say, oh, our people were bad. No, the people were not as bad as Bwaka people are. The only thing Bwaka people are sophisticated crooks. So CDC, you have a duty to inform our people, to mobilize about 1 million of our people. Let Bwaka be the Morsi of Liberia. You know what they did to Morsi in Egypt, right? 1 million people stand over there and say, Bwaka will not allow you for the country to follow degenerate. And he will have to pack it back. We didn't expect that this earlier days, Bwaka will be making these mistakes he's making. Today, hardship over in the country. He's not doing anything about hardship being in the country. He said one get there, the cutting deal behind the corner, because Gomedi is accustomed to bribing people in South Africa. Say, even if he owns South Africa, he got pay bribe to get bait, to win baits. This is the businessman we're dealing with. Why do you want him to be a go between you and Chinese men when you can go to the Chinese people and talk to them and get your own yellow machine? Why Gomedi should be the go between? What's going on here? And why are you not transparent with this? But the Liberian people suffer too much. And I see some of our friends today, the other brother, the other comrade. I will call him comrade because we gotta talk about it. That's why I'm saying to CDC, don't be ashamed of your people. Look at Dylan who was on your neck. It is Dylan now who even telling a friend Amara on the same thing. My man, keep quiet. The thing will come to all them people will talk. No, Dylan, you were not doing that during CDC time. You were showing the lead everywhere. If we see the thing and we know and not good, we talk about it. Then the public buys in and the public form an opinion. That's what Amara had done. So even if you don't let Amara, you gotta say thank you. Even my beginning, Martin, Martin my beginning, but certain times he said, oh, because we are committed the West Scene. But I can say here that he is a good faith witness. What Martin has done, some of the people can't do it. They can't even do it. Patrick Horner, another soulless sycophant. The man have been on Facebook puppetizing. You saw what the man wrote about that thing yet? Patrick Horner has transformed into a campaigner for censorship. He doesn't see himself in that light. Patrick Horner, a journalist in Liberia, because Bwaka need him as LTA man, he is advocating for censorship. Nobody will read bad things on social media again. By the time you get criticized, you buy me. You will bring law that will regulate what people read on Facebook. I said, look at this clown. America with all the security regulate what happened on Facebook. That's why you waste like brand time regularly. What happened on Facebook? Because somebody say you are
Yeah,
questioning that.
if Patrick thinks that's why you went to the LTA, if that's your plan, we are watching to see whether that
No,
would
but he posted. No, brother, let me say this. He posted that. He posted it unwittingly because it's not critical.
Patrick can try that.
Brother, I'm not. Brother, we on a public show. Godson, we are on a public show, and I will not come there pollute your show with lies. Go there. Somebody by the time he posted it,
I'm waiting to see that happen. I know
somebody posted. Yes, when he posted it, somebody copied it and sent it in my inbox. Say, hey, why are you picking your rule? I said, but I don't waste my time with it beginning. They show in their hands. I brought this thing out to encourage citizens that your officials of government yesterday that were being demonized, some of them were not as black as they were being depicted. Stand up with them. You can make the change. CDC, see the messy people are making and mobilize our people. Waka needs to go. He ain't about the job. The same Patrick Hunter, when they just teach what the yellow machine came for, you know what he wrote? He was puppetizing, becoming a clown. A Pokemon character. You know what he wrote? The
irony of the whole thing is that these are the people who decided to oust people from power because they said they were in their positions. Now they are sitting in these strategic positions and they are deliberately and intentionally.
So today, I put him my begin on the witness stand. I said, yes, I'm giving him a flower because what Martin had done, many people don't do it. To be in there and raise a voice of critique. Patrick Horner should be raising a voice of critique if he wants to come across as being credible. But you know what he wrote in the wake of the yellow machine thing? He said there are people praying for the government to fail. The government will not pay. The yellow machine will. Patrick, nobody praying for the government to fail. The government will fail by its own lack of competence. So nobody praying for you to fail. But you should not. It should not be your thing to be joking when we're talking serious issue. This country has suffered as a result of corruption. In one female, the same public work guy, yesterday they said they pardon the public work guy. The same public work guy, his name is in a yellow machine team because he was in the 3D video too. People trying to make millions of dollars at the expense of the Liberian people. And people are talking and they say, oh, people want the government to fail. Nobody wants the government. We all want the government to succeed. But those who are even voicing their critique of the government, they're not outsider. They are people who help you, but they are concerned. They didn't help you because you're supposed to come and exploit the Liberian people beyond what we are CDC did. God forbid, you know. But you do it poorly now. You're making we to Lord like Abraham Lincoln. You're going to negotiate for something that is in the tune of $30 to $50 million, and you one person go there. In the name of our country, one other guy, he said he's journalist, one of your old journalists, I will not call his name, but I'll talk to him, then he will know that I'm talking to him. He wrote, he said, but President, we are big economy, instead of the sources of that money, that yellow machine sources money, you want to know the whole country money. I said, but this is the reason why we should know. Because we are big economy, that a private property you are building. So I'm not interested when you take my private money from the pay private property. But when you going to negotiate for 5 million plus people, we want to know whether you spend our money properly. And then means want to be I think one of the former bosses from Benedict Radio. I saw it on a post. I said, what is this? Why Liberia can't this low? People are going to work on
somebody from Benedict Radio.
Yeah, they said use the white word before. One of the man, the trouble too, man. He posted the president, we have big economy, and he understand a pound 1 tree. I'll get all the depictions of the people see.
He used to work at the station and still works there, or what?
I think he stayed there. I'll make Chris Selling. Let me call Chris Selling in our man. Chris Selling posted. He's standing on pound 1 tree. He said, President, we are big economy. You ain't tell where the money came from. That yellow machine money you won't know. The horses that we are big and a private horses.
Patrick and Chris, they are pairs. They are booties. So you don't expect.
But look, Mama, it's not about whether people are friends. It's about the country, our country. A president, we have built a private home. That a private home. He can tell you say, "Where I take money from to build a private home." But when you going to talk for Liberia, 5 million people. We pay taxes there too. Then we need to know. Then the public has the right to know. These people don't read. Liberia passed some of the transparency laws on Malanseli. That's why we were ranked high. More Ibrahim Index on African government. Ellen did very well. We're tapping. Freedom House, we did well there because we passed transparency law. The public right to know. It's guiding us to any democracy. How are you going to be working for us in darkness? And when the people say we need to know how you getting 285 yellow machine, then crazy no, that's what I ask. We don't go, we are high bay, private brother. We are private hall. What are you doing? Where is your logic? You want to be a blind supporter so much that you say something so ridiculous that intelligent people will laugh at you? You want to support Bouaka? Find intelligent thing to say. Don't say something so outrightly silly. We are bare private homes. That's a private homes. That's private money. If you're going to negotiate on behalf of us, your negotiation should be in alignment with the what? The PPCC law. It must be in alignment with the PFN law. It must be in alignment with legislative buy-in. You can't go in isolation of the legislature. And this boy writing, he said, oh, the people praying for her to fail. Patrick, nobody praying for you to fail, brother. Even though you pray for censorship now, they must censor the press. Now, nobody must write critical things. You were the one supporting Yeke. Yeke was saying mean things about President Weah. You think about censorship. When somebody go, Yeke criticize Bouaka and then writing, oh, we gotta regulate what people say on Facebook. Patrick, subject yourself to medical examination. Since we accuse you of twerking in the dark. Let the doctor come and say, no, you don't twerk in the dark. We can pick up on it.
So let's go back.
I am saying to sedition, what I'm saying to sedition here in effect is, don't think your people who serve in the government, they didn't do you well. They are human beings, they made some mistake. But you can now see the people who were criticizing you, how they involved the sword. The Patrick Hunter, they who were criticizing your CDC people, they involved the sword. That they are the one now telling you, say, oh, not anything, man. They just go negotiate for Liberia. Telling me that 2 people will go there, sit down and negotiate. Minister of State go there, Public will go there, and Yellow Machine woman go there and negotiate for Liberia. It doesn't work like that. Anything above $1 million, PPCC got to know what you're doing. PFN got to know what you're doing. Our lawmakers got to know what you're doing with our money. You know, your private estate. And you're supposed to know that. You understand it? So, citizens, don't be ashamed of your people. Some of them must have made mistakes, but believe in them. They are your leaders. If they say you should come out to protest against Bouaka, come out to protest against Bouaka because Bouaka is underperforming CDC. This is my message tonight. We need the CDC and other collaborating political parties to mobilize at least 1 million people to stand up and make Bouaka the mercy of Liberia. We got to tell him enough of this. If you ain't able to join, you must sit down. Our people have suffered too long. We'll not sit down here for our people to suffer another 6 years. No, we should not allow it. The Liberian people should not sit down for Bouaka to make them to suffer for another 6 years. They say Bouaka, we are running a kakistocratic government. Oh, less competent people in the government. Their own Martin Colley. He wrote, he critiqued the how you call it, the deputy press secretary. Is it? Oh, but the deputy press secretary, comrade, what high school if anyway? Imagine, you see, when Bouaka does what he's doing, he diminishes the substance of that office.
Sure.
So if somebody wanted to be deputy press secretary, and I said, no, I ain't good at it. That's can't begin the people where I play, I began to go replace. Ellen Johnson said, deputy press secretary. You know the guy, I think it was some same guy, right? What the guy? This guy was the deputy to Sadio Badio. You know, Ellen Jada, even Blackie, the little Blackie that they brought in later on, Blackie said he got international degree there. You bring in somebody now who got 0 credential. Why is Bouaka so attracted to people with 0 credential? Why is he doing this? You're discouraging people to come to those offices. When you debase the office in the manner you're doing, what are you doing? How do you inspire confidence in the public sector? You go to fire service, horses are burning all over because they don't carry one guy who is not a complete high school graduate. He's the administration of the fire service. People horses burning. He didn't know what to do. 0, no idea. No idea. You go to NOCA, some of the people at NOCA can't speak proper English for what people don't understand them. How are they going to negotiate on behalf of Liberia? What are you doing? So all across the government, what you see is political clientelism. Bouaka just rewarded people because they supported him. That's all. Rewarding people because they supported him. How can an adulterous cheat who is a Senegalese national talk for Liberia more than Liberian people themselves? That's Bouaka wisdom. All the journalists who supported Bouaka during this election, Bouaka spitting them in the faces. When he takes a young man who has no journalistic inclination, zero, to be deputy press secretary. I don't talk to my sister. My sister there, she got her paper, she can try her luck. But you bring your sister said we're not press. That sister is not real journalist, you're not press. Even if you wanted to help her, bring somebody who had journalistic credential to help her for the game. You can make her life difficult. You know what I mean? I respect the little sister. She's my sister. I respect her. If I were in Liberia, in the now help her to do some of her work. But if you want to help that girl, you can't bring a flunky to help her. What kind of trouble is this? You can't compound her problem. So Bouaka, all the journalists who help you to campaign for you indirectly or directly, where are they? You spitting them in the face? The deputy press secretary or somebody who ain't finished with proper high school. The Mountain College said the man even go near university classroom before. I don't know, and I'm in the United Party, but I'm picking on you, I'm quoting him now because I see him as a good faith witness. Until and unless he proved that he's no longer a good faith witness, now leave. But at this stage, he's a good faith witness. You know, we can put him on the stand. He's a good faith witness because he's part of them and he's talking here true. He's self-criticizing them, self-examination. He's self-critiquing them. I'm here, I help you, but this is not what I help you for. I help you to bring flunkies in here to be deputy press secretary.
And going back a bit, I just wanted to ask you, especially when you started on the issue of Bouaka's own choices in making appointments, especially in the diplomatic cycles, and people who have linked Liberia or gave Liberia a diplomatic face or international connections and so forth. Those are the kind of issues that you were talking about. From the onset of this government, there was this noise that they started with, recalling all of the diplomatic passports, thinking I landed into the hands of people who were not just worth it, they didn't deserve it. Now, if you brought up that as an issue, recalling all of the diplomatic passports because you said landed into the hands of people who didn't yet deserve it, what do we now make of giving diplomatic passports to the Crays, the Senegalese, and every other person? Some of them, they are unnamed. But you can now clearly see that the diplomatic passports have now landed into the hands of people who are even more strange than we ever saw under the CDC government, owing to the kind of faces that we've heard about already.
But you see, it's a clear definition of irony, right? And our sister, who is the foreign minister, will not do much with Crays because when Crays came to Liberia, he tried to endear himself to them and he started to call them relative. Because I know Crays have been passing around Monrovia claiming to be a relative to the Packers. I don't know his family line, you know. I mean, he could have a father from Nigeria because the last name is not depicted of Liberian name. But so the now foreign minister, her hands are tied. Crays must have ingratiated himself to those people in Broadway. He said, yeah, Packer and related. So he will not be far from being related to the non-foreign minister. But you see, but these things are critical to talk about. They are critical to talk about because the country is at a difficult place. Oh, yeah, but my colleague was just informing me that Trump was declared guilty. You know, so maybe I'll put it on your radio. But you see, so
you want declared guilty?
My friend just brought the phone to inform me that Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, was found guilty in a hush money trial. So I think it's an unfolding development. Just try to pass by me. But you see, comrade, where we are, our country, we need to avoid some of these shames. This is shameful. It's ironic now that these people who are criticizing, who say they want to clean up, are now partying all their dirt. You see where we are? You see how it's embarrassing?
Yeah,
because
very embarrassing.
If you take for instance, they right? This guy who would name the Bouaka's son recommended. They say some big special envelope of business. Everybody knows him to be a crafty crook. And Bouaka, even amidst the public okra, with even the article from the same Mountain College Picking, they are not being able to pull him back. So Bouaka is now receptive to public opinion. This is how arrogant the man is. When he does bad things, people talk about it, just move on. He tried to honor man Ellen legacy. People who Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf effectively dismissed, you bringing them back into the government. What are you trying to achieve? Even the law that Madam Johnson Sirleaf brought about to strengthen public governance, Bouaka is breaking it down and doing violence to the law. The 10-year law was the idea of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Professor Dr. Sawyer, peace to his ashes. It was intended to strengthen the governance system of our country, not to be rewarded with political cronies. Today, Bouaka abusing that now. Abusing that now. Even though the 100 days deliverable, one of the things that they put in the 100 days deliverable was what Bouaka was going to be inclusive. The government was going to be inclusive, void of political consideration. Today, Bouaka is openly violating Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution. He's doing what? Employment discrimination on the basis of political consideration. Fire Israel Akinsanya and few of the other brothers there. Zotan Tatos. Because Zotan used to be a Unity Party. I think later on he became sympathetic, with CDC. So he got dismissed too. The Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution says you can't do this. You can't carry on employment discrimination, not on political association, political consideration. That's what they're doing. Oh, you are with us, right? Then you say you join CDC or you associate with CDC, we'll move you because you're associated with CDC. Oh, Israel Akinsanya. Oh, you were supporting CDC, you move you. But you move Zotan Tatos, you move Israel Akinsanya, and you replace them with t-shirt wearing, soulless sycophant, the Patrick Hunter, to do their work. Why are you straightening up? You're compounding the problem. You're compounding the problem. So seditions, don't feel embarrassed that these people came here and lie. Because this government won an election on the basis of farragos or lies. Because they lie on other people, because they demonize other people, because they turn the butchers of hatred against we. That's how they won here. So don't be embarrassed. If you have the need to stand with your CDC people and stand with other left-minded Liberians, let's stand up together and make sure Bouaka can exit the presidency, because it doesn't mean well he carrying our country in a hole.
Well, with that being said, a couple of issues are unfolding, especially in this country. What is your take on the issue of the legislature? And just yesterday, I was blasting at the CDC wing of the legislature, and that they did not stamp any authority like the likes of Delon then did during their time. You have a Nyomlikanga Lawrence Senate that almost appointing at the same time, confirming at the same time, and all these things are strange things happening. The only branch of government that stands tall currently in our country is the judiciary. But with the exception of that, the executive is flunking the legislative arm that's supposed to keep them in check. They themselves, they are playing into the executive. So everything is just going bad. And I really admire your rallying call for the CDC to stand up. We can't allow this to go down any further. We can't. We can't sit here to allow people with that.
It's a very good question. If the CDC lawmakers in the national legislature have become adjusted, or if they are adjusting to indifference, the only thing our structure of government provide for is for us to go to another election and remove them. But the CDC as an institution is it's a revolutionary institution. That's why when you look at the ANC in South Africa, it's a revolutionary institution.
Certainly.
The CDC, some of the boys in the CDC, they bore the brunt of bad governance. And if they stood in the line and it made you get elected and you go to the legislature and turn your back against the CDC, that's why it is important for the CDC now to start rallying people, try mobilizing at least 1 million men or million of our citizens to stand up and say, the lawmaker we got over there, they're adjusting to the injustice in this society. They're not doing in keeping with the mandate of the party. Because look, it was a golden opportunity that the CDC lost in recent times. One of the lawmakers in my sector privately, and I just smiled because I didn't want to be, I didn't want to get into a long debate. Nowhere around the world that the president is giving the currency to violate the grand norm of our democracy. Nowhere. Bouaká violated the Constitution, which is the grand norm of our democracy. And the CDC lawmaker did nothing. What are you doing? You embodying him? You giving him a currency to go on because he violated the Constitution, and the Supreme Court said he violated the Constitution, and you CDC did not do anything. That's why he had the unbridled audacity to send the yellow machine woman to South Africa to negotiate for you. In total disregard to the existence of a national legislature. 3 people go there. I don't know whether they probably were man, whether he went there or he just came in a 3D video, they want to be on video. You send a yellow woman to negotiate a yellow machine on behalf of a country with 5 million people, with all the lawmakers knowing, with all the transparency law taking hold. What is it? Because the CDC lawmaker, they sending signals of weakness. And if the CDC lawmaker continue to send signals of weakness, then the CDC as a political organ, a revolutionary organ, need to stand up, need to mobilize its people, need to bring about 1 million people in the street and say our lawmaker can't do it, our people will do it. Don't let the party enthusiasm go down. The people who criticize you, they're not injured, they're messing up too. Look at Patrick Hunter. The radio station was in court today. He is the one who's saying, let's introduce censorship. You know what censorship is? Where the government bring laws to impede free communication. Where is democracy when there's no free speech? People around people, they don't enjoy themselves. If you get issue with the white around people, then better. You take them to where you tell them to go. Then you will not produce evidence. But because you can't criticize Bouaká, you go on Facebook. Oh, but they think the just talking about you. We are time where people talk all kind of team, brother. We are say, brother, you go ahead. We are say, but you want to say, go ahead. Today, some Liberian people are messing with. He must have made some mistake. I'm not coming here to pray with. He must have made some mistake. But they're messing that president who will do some joke. He pass around joke with people. He's doing things. Today you're messing him now. You get one old man, Bouaká, who can't even talk to the country. He's not too well. The thing that they send to him, he can't even read some of them. He sends some them to go negotiate for you. They backfire. They withdrawing it. The people, these people, and I wrote my friend Costa, it's private, but I will say it here. I wrote my friend Costa. I said, Costa, you paying attention? He said, yeah. I said, paying attention. He said, but my man, I got other things I'm doing. I said, when you and I endorse CDC, the argument against me was that I was endorsing CDC because I was desperate to get back to my job. Even though I was convinced that if we have brought new element or new scaffold around where he would have done better. They made it look like I was endorsing WIA because I desperately wanted to go back to IMO. I've been to IMO. I've done my part. My name is there. The Secretary General of the IMO today, when you see him, he will tell you what I did there. That's why I was selected to go and meet with the Queen of England. I did my work very well. But they said it was about job. Today, why is Bouaká violating the Constitution? Or why has he violated our Constitution? Because he won't give job to Patrick Hunter. You can see the irony? I said, brother, how long will we be quiet? He said, as they are working on something. Then I started quoting Joshua to him. Right. And I quoted Nkrumah to him. In our private conversation, I quoted Nkrumah to him. I quoted Joshua to him. Defeat is a temporary condition, brother. Giving up is what makes defeat permanent. If you get defeated and you don't give all your enthusiasm, you will win. Look at the people who are criticizing and making everybody look bad. They are the one violating Liberia Constitution because Bouaká will get some people job. And you think the earnest people? I spoke my truth because I knew yes, he made some mistake. But if intelligent, clever people have come in the government, giving him a second chance, and he was concerned about his legacy, he was going to make amends. He was going to correct some of the mistakes. Today, Bouaka starting from zero, even though he claimed to have experience, 40 years, 45 years. How can you have 45-year experience your government look like this? You appointing presidential envoy that has checkered history. Today, the critical issue that glares at Liberian people is not your priority. You're fighting looking for job for your people, even though you promised that you were going to create or organize a government of inclusion in 100 days. 100 days, your cabinet is entirely a cabinet of poodles. Poodles. This is what Bouaka brought to us. The entire cabinet is the cabinet of Unity Party poodles. Now one opposition person there. So Amara Kone had to be asking him, say, but my man, is that your government going to be inclusive? Where is it? Where is it? You know, so like I was saying, Jenna, passionately, there were brothers who walked, they turned the butchers of what? Anger. And their anger beclouded their judgment. And they inflicted this nightmare called Bouaka on our country. If they reposition themselves, let him praise them. But I think it's a miscalculation. I saw Amara and I can go back and forth on this. I think they were wrong to have brought Bouaka on the country. They think that I was wrong to have endorsed Bouaka. I said, good. I didn't win. So Bouaka, even though we have people myself, we have some issue in the past, I endorse them. I'm the quote unquote, I'm the loser here. But you guys who won now, see what's happening now. You're coming to terms with what I said. You're coming to terms with what I said. That Bouaka did not have the stamina. That he is an apotheosis of incompetence and corruption. You're coming to terms with it now. What do you say, brother? What do you say to our people? Go by and apologize and say we made mistake? Can we now work so much that we don't make mistake again in our country? Your mistake is now causing the people, causing them problems. You made mistake. The resting there, that resting. Today, look at what CDC people did today. The deputy speaker was going to be a sedition, right? He the one left the guy from how do you call it? The rest man. How do you call it? The rest boy, Moda. He left the rest man. Moda. There's Moda, man. You read Moda reply. Moda is a shameless guy. Moda, he tried to be tricky. He told the people that he was traveling. He claimed that the plane got canceled, or his trip got canceled. Moda, if your trip got canceled and you have a pending engagement with the lawmaker, can you not read them? Can you not telephone them that my trip was canceled? You didn't show up to the people play, they see you doing something else, you relegating them. They call you in, they hold you in contempt. The CDC man who's illustrating a baboon, they say he let you to go. What's CDC doing? If the people who are representing CDC in the legislature, if they forget what Delon them in opposition were doing, even with their hypocrisy, with their hypocritical self, then you will show that you have no courage, and Bouaka will violate our constitution. Moda will dilly-dally with you, show you contemptuous refusal. You allow him to go to your house. What are you doing? What are you fighting for? You fighting to someone you're supposed to have money now. You still fighting for money? Donald Trump, millionaire, got involved in American politics, pay hush money, they all kind of things. Today you're going to answer for it. How much money do you need, brother? Do something that your legacy will stand. Do something for Liberia so that people will say, yeah, he was there. The other time I threw a challenge to my friend McGill. In America, the U.S. Congress, the lower house, the House of Representatives, just expel a representative of New York for lying on his credential. When will you guys straighten your back to ask Dylan for his credential? Saying it's controversial. Nobody, everybody's scared of the boy. This man who didn't complete proper high school, who had lied, even in public document, he claimed to have BSc in political science. How much courage does it take for you to invite the Indian Council General? I don't know whether he still carries a diplomatic badge, but he's making business in Liberia. He's involved with Liberian politics in a way. Call him, let him answer some intelligent question. Because he was the Indian Council General when this Dylan man went to the Laksa training program in India. We need to get it through. If Dillon really indicated falsely to the Indian government that he's a holder of political science degree, then you know he lied publicly. And he lied in a public manner. He was the chief of office staff in Snow's office. And Snow want to be earnest to himself and to the Liberian people. Snow too can come. Because Snow must have access to that document that Dillon wrote in his own handwriting and said he was a holder of political science degree from University of Liberia. That document is somewhere there. McGill, put a letter on the floor, inviting Jetty to come to the committee, Grievance and Ethics Committee, to answer questions on oath. If Dillon really told the Indian government that he had political science degree, when he now saying he's a third grade man, he didn't finish with high school properly and find a way to explain it, we can boot him out. Because that's plagiary. You can't lie. You were in Snow office as official of the government, chief of office staff. When you lie that you were a holder of a PSC degree from the University of Liberia, that document is there. It is at the Indian, they call it LOXA. Why LOXA program? That's the program where they need to go do legislative training and all that stuff. That document is there. The Indian Council General can come and speak to it. Edwin Snow, put him on the witness stand. Put all that Masonic crafting aside. I don't want to talk about Masonic craft. Yeah, I know Masonic. You got to be brother. You got to be organ of sorority and all that stuff. But it's okay. But that be true and honest to our people. If they both lie, like he always done, let him get booted out. This is the boy now that looking at Amara Kone in the face. Amara, say all you lie about the man. Amara got him went to some late school too now. He got his credential properly. You telling Amara, say Amara is showboating because he's trying to talk truth for poor people. That the government going to negotiate yellow machine controversially in the clandestine man. The Amara, you showboating with lawmakers and the people bring the thing to us. See the time you were waiting for them to bring thing to you, or you were talking about it for people to hear so they make noise, so a bad thing will not happen. Lawmaker, you have a right to make noise so that bad thing will not happen. We all have rights to make noise. If we see bad thing happening, so that bad thing will not affect other us, we start talking about it. Because bad things have bad consequences for our society. So we applaud Amara for showing light on it. Don't tell the man say he's showboating. He has a right, as a senator from one of the poorest countries in the country, to say, no, I need yellow machine, but the way you're going about the yellow machine, people taking millions. It will be wrong. But Dillon said the man showboating. Dillon said he won't close government now. You see, that's why I'm saying to CDC people, don't think your people were bad. No, they were not. They made mistakes. Stand with them. The people who criticize you now, you can see what they're capable of. If you give them chance, they will sell our country. You're going to get involved with a $30 million to $50 million deal, and you carry one girl there called accountability. And Ability goes there, and Ability came. And Ability was not private. Madam Ability announced it at a cabinet retreat. When people announce things at cabinet retreat, it has weight, it has gravity. And people applaud their whole. If we are not made noise, you know how much we're going to go to Ability personal property first? We're made noise in the government retreating now. We need to continue to talk. The public right to know, public accountability, transparency. These are cardinal, cherished, traditional, democratic precepts. How can Dillon be, telling Amara, say, don't talk, it will come to us. No, man, Dillon, stop it, man. Stop it. You're in the code of public opinion, you're in the code of law. Dillon who say he was lawyer. Let me medicine here so people can understand. That Dillon man, I get a friendly law degree, even though he say 56 years, he even get no law degree. Yeah. He know, and he's going to read on incoherent. And I think I talk about incoherent today. And I pick up on my man Pierre when I talk about his intention, the intentionality. Bob can say intentionality because Bob being intentionality. But the government get intent. The intent is toward doing bad thing. And the government took substantial steps to doing that bad thing. Incoherent. There's a criminal's mind. There's a man's real. The government know it. Read all the law. The law says you can't negotiate anything beyond $1 billion. We're telling us there in the PPC. And the government went there and the government came back. It didn't just come by and say quietly. It went by and announced it at a retreat. And the public welfare minister who was just on the witness stand again, they said the pardon, his name is in the other thing again. What going on, comrade? What going on? So, sedition, please don't be ashamed of the mistake you made yesterday. Your mistake you made yesterday, you can correct those mistakes. The people who are here today, they perform it worse than you did. There's a debate they want to hold. We can hold that debate. Today, their presidential envoys have checked up history. All the presidential envoys that Bouaka have need, that I know of, that we all know of, that we have public knowledge of. People who displayed a letter they were need presidential envoy, they all have checked up history. I double dare and say they were not naming cyber money. I double dare to say they didn't name 2 people at the Miss Liberia beauty pageant that they have franchise for. I double dare the other Senegalese men to say I didn't cheat on my wife. I didn't dash up for Cooper. I'm told that even the woman was in Paris, France, and she was trying to come back to say something serious. Somebody told me, say, I think you're playing with the woman she's making noise in Paris. She said she's coming to tour again. This adulterous cheat, the Senegalese fellow. Adulterous cheated on his wife. That the one brother say he's going to represent Liberian people and he's going to be ambassador for Liberia. Can you imagine it, Robert? So all around the soccer people, all the people who are passionate about sport in that country, they're not qualified to serve as ambassador of LASH to promote our youth and sport program.
And those are some of the issues. So several other persons, with the exception of Dillon and others who may have supported Bouaka, the legs of Yega Koloba was not in country. He had gone out, but I understand from people, they are saying that he just posted on his page that he will speak to the press on Sunday at 4 p.m. And he said that's his district number 10 base. And so he said that his press conference will serve as an awareness for upcoming protest. And he said Liberians get ready to protest against bad governance. And then he have something that he's going to launch they call the movement against Bouaka's presidency, the people's power. I don't know what all going on in this. And this has nothing to do with the CDC.
No, but it's good. It's good to talk about this because this is what I want to see happen. You know, our constitution is very clear that when we as citizens have grievances, we must assemble and petition our government to do right. And if our petition will be in the form of what happened to Morsi, we can do the same thing. It's provided for in our constitution. Because if you say supinely, look, like I'm saying to you, brother, if you say supinely and say let these people stay here for the next 6 years, you know what will happen? In 6 months, see how much they've been able to do. In 6 months, look at the people who's supposed to represent you outside of Liberia. Are you comfortable with them? Are you comfortable with an adulterous cheat in a Senegalese to be the face of your youth and sport program to the global community? The man who cheated on his wife? Correct? Are you comfortable with the bar picking, that picking of bar, who I understand Bouaka's son brought him and recommended him. Everybody knows him to be a crafty crook. Are you comfortable with him to bring investors to the country? Are you comfortable with my friend Chris now, who made Miss Liberia to not participate in Miss World 2012? Are you comfortable? I don't know. These are the 3 presidential envoys that I know of. If you're comfortable with them, thank God for you. Thank God for you. But the man who made Liberia to not participate in 2012 Miss World, if he is the one who's going to promote your tourism program, then bingo for you. Then bingo for you. But this is what Bouaka is doing to the country. This is what Mr. Bouaka is doing to the country. Even Madam Sally, I know where she sits. She's groaning in her spirit. She's groaning. How can the woman dismiss people? Effectively dismiss these people. And you're bringing them back in the government, wheeling them back in the government. Are they the only people? Are they the only people? How do you inspire public confidence when you bring in flunkies? The cavalcade of incompetence today that masquerade as government officials. How can you not be embarrassed by this? Cavalcade of incompetence, inadequate, are all over the place, claiming to be government officials. Only because Bouaka said he owed it to them. And I told them from the inception of the government that political clientelism is a crime. There's political corruption. You don't give people jobs because they supported you. You give people jobs because they got the competency to serve their people. Martin Cole, he said the deputy press secretary. He know that. I don't know that. He said the deputy press secretary, man. I know the school he's been to. They may going to be going to school. He ain't going to be press secretary for anybody.
Okay, Isaac Jackson and Tony Isaac Jackson, and thanks so much for weighing in on a couple of issues, especially that we had been talking about here, and you were able to touch on all, talking about the yellow machine woman, and you're now talking about the rice man, and all these things are happening, especially in our country at this time as
And
we speak.
the guy with the arresting, that arrest guy, I'm told he has a relation with Bouaka too. It's a Bouaka's relation. Either his foster son or his stepson, some relationship they have. But they all fall into the same nepotism. Bouaka getting family members job all over the place.
Mhm.
His nephew was on the other side. I don't know what to say. What happened to Luka in short time? Nobody knows. In less than no time, why he doing this to the Liberian people? I thought at this stage, Bouaka will have a blueprint out of waging war against poverty. The first thing we need to tackle over the better, we wage war against poverty. Poor people need to go back to work. We need to create an enabling environment for our people to have employable jobs, so that Liberian people will not be beggars. Today, the other girl posted Binta Belete. They say the new war in the town. I know a rob or a top. She posted that something there, but to that effect. She said the new nation in the town now, and not easy a rough. That's the new nation. Honor Bouaka. He started with violating the law. He continued throughout. He violated the Constitution. He made the Constitution look ordinary. CDC posted on there. CDC. The first impeachment proceeding that took place in American history. The first impeachment proceeding in American history took place in 1868. It revolved around the president removing tenure holder from office. Google it. The president tried to remove Edwin Stanton, who was the Secretary of War, to replace the guy and let the guy bend it. But they make it tenure. You can't do it. He forced it. They impeached him. The only thing they didn't remove him from power, but he was impeached. The man violated our constitution on the same tenure thing. He said now the CDC, you don't do nothing. What are you doing? You got to inspire confidence in your people. And you mean well for the country. You made mistake. People kind of doing worse than you. Speak out. If people doing worse than you, speak out. Don't sit down supinely. I'm going to be coming to the country soon. I'm going to come to the country soon. I will work with my party. I will work with CDC. I will work with all the political parties that are willing and ready. And like what Yeke is doing, we will work with Yeke. The thing Bouaka doing is intolerable. They inspire hope in our people that they were going to make different. They come and doing less than this. He less transparent.
But you are of the Liberty Party, the Bilitis wing of the Liberty Party of Bilitis, Musa Bilitis, the leadership now as we speak. Bilitis' initial post about this machine is sparked serious issues where the legs of snow, everyone has to go against him here and there. And you one person who's standing tall, but here is it, your party's chairperson, and Musa Hassan Bilite, he tends to give some chance to the Unity Party for now, for them to do what they can. And I think he would not prefer going the route you are going. So were you to come back, you expect the party to be very receptive of the kind of approach that you want to set against the Unity Party?
But Ability is aware that I'm one of the foundational members of the party. He's aware. If Ability believes that, Bouaka then should be giving some honeymoon, yeah, we have a conversation about it. But Ability is a friend. I told Ability himself is for transparency in government. I don't think Ability will want to support a government that coming across as being inherently incompetent, and still he will want to associate himself with that kind of government. Bouaka government have shown every characteristic of being dangerously incompetent and unfit to lead the country. And if he wants to continue to associate with the government, then it will be a mistake, because it is not the vision of the Liberty Party. If you wake me up in the net, I can tell you everything that Liberty Party stands for. Everything. And Ability prevailed in the party because he was on the right trajectory. That's why he prevailed.
Yeah.
And he prevailed against people who were grossly incompetent too. But even though they were grossly incompetent, they're more ambitious than Lucifer. Look at Nyombi. Ability won Nyombi in all the cases in the court. And who are Nyombi, a lawyer like the same Dylan Boy? There's habitual lie. They say today his birthday. I said, they bought a lie. Do you know his birthday? Everybody's a habitual liar. Is it your birthday? You know about birthday? If you better show you know about birthday, you better pay attention. Everybody lie about everything in your life. But Bellatier warned them because Bellatier were on the side of the law. And I would tell Bellatier, in this public man, I will remind Bellatier why the party was established. The party was established to provide opportunity for the betterment of the Liberian people under the rule of law. That's why we established the Liberty Party. That's why we established the Liberty Party. So if you have a government that is chronically incompetent at the thing we're looking at here, and you want to handcuff yourself to that, it's up to you. It's up to you. But I think if the Liberian people stand up, if the other us stand up, the Liberian people stand up, but whoever associated with the party, they will move. Even now, as we speak, look, Bellatier should take cue from what Amara is doing. I don't know why he's doing it. Some people say, "Oh, he got ambition for 2029." That's matter little to me. What matter to me here is the courage to critique this thing you created. Not many people will do it today. Why is Delon quiet? Because he think he created this thing here. So, what made he gotta be there? It doesn't matter. But if you created something, and your intention to associate was to advance the country, and it's not advancing, you can't be selfish. You can't be, even if you got ambition, there's nothing wrong with having ambition. Anybody can have ambition. What we need to put on the microscope there is it true that Amara is talking? If Amara is talking true, then brother, let embrace it because he's talking true. What we should not encourage is for people to lie. Like what Delon is doing now, you're trying to cover up. You actually advocating for closed government everywhere around the world. People talking about open government. People talking about the cherished tradition of what?
Certainly.
Transparency. And they don't say no, mama, we'll not be transparent. Everything come to offer, then we'll go in committee room debate. All the Liberian people not in committee room, brother. When Amara put it on Facebook, we say, oh, something not right. One woman will go negotiate for the whole country. 285 caliber. No, brother, something not right. Amara asking question. We don't have to go. We all can go to the Senate. If we all go to the Senate, you're not got a place to sit down. And that's why I encourage the CDC to do now and the other people to do. That's why you get them to do. We have to now stand up. So we say enough is enough. Let's go in the Capitol building ground and say, look, bro, you're not move back. You can't make it. You 80-year-old, go in dignity. You can't continue to drag the country with you. 80-year-old, you don't got no vision. You're visionless. You can't drag our country with you. We start with right here. The thing happened right in Egypt, brother. Nobody is that history will always have a way to repeat itself. People do the same mistake. That happened in Egypt. Like, bro, will not be the 500 doing it. But I can be the mercy of Liberia. We will stand up and tell you, have a nice day. We will not leave from here until you have a nice day. Our condition we must do that. Go retire in peace. You 80 years, go retire in peace. Go relax. The other time the man was posting at the shop. I said, look, the boy horse in New Jersey already. Even if he doesn't work for the next 25 to 50 years, he will be cool. In 6 months, the man's son can sit in public and spread that nonsense. Right now, you go to the hospital, they got money all on their bags. They are cutting all kind of deals. And the poor Liberian people who stood in the line and voted for Bouaka, and Bouaka had not done one cent thing in their interest. They were tempted to even carry the price of rest up. The Bouaka who our people stood in the line for. They were trying to, then we are always to be joking, talking, and letting and doing, they're playing fun. Bouaka is serious to wreck the country down. It's serious to wreck the country down. That's what Bouaka is doing, wrecking our country down. Nothing he's doing is transparent. Nothing, everything started in secrecy. It's just bad. So the Liberian people got to stand up and tell you, say, oh man, you 80-year-old, retire in peace. We don't want nothing in our country. We got angry before. We don't want to get angry again. Please. Liberian people don't want to get angry again. Please, Bouaka, have a nice day. Because you started. Look, Eddie, I will close on this. I don't know whether we're closing now.
Yeah, we're closing now. Let me just speak.
We're closing now. Every time I say to people, the first step the baby takes got to be the most exciting step.
Yeah.
If the first step is not exciting, don't waste your time. You got to arrest this decline. You got to arrest the decline. You know how many people Bouaka needs to pull them back? as though they were not doing any proper vetting, even though they have said in their 100 days deliverable that the government will be inclusive and people who will come will be what? Thoroughly vetted. I think the word that you were vigorously vetted. But again, you thoroughly, so again, use the word that is synonymous. Yeah. So, but they said they were going to be vigorously vetted. Have they vetted them? The boy with the deputy press secretary, who vetted him? The deputy press secretary, man, somebody vetted him. The other men with the presidential envoy that we're talking about, they were putting the check record also. Who vetted them? The man with the fire service, who vetted him? Nobody vetted anybody. Nothing.
You only and Dylan there were part of the vetting committee.
Yeah. And they don't have the competence to do that. Dylan himself is bereft of anything serious. Dylan is bereft of anything serious. Nothing you can get out of that brother. That's why I saw Amara. Amara responded to the man in 2 paragraphs because they don't know play, but you ain't gonna read all that long. So Amara responded in 2 paragraphs. I'm not 2 paragraphs, but it's just my man. Go sit down, man. The thing you are doing here, advocacy got to be consistent. If your advocacy is not consistent, then you are a joker. You are a false pretender. Then you have an agenda. You're not authentic. Because your advocacy should be reflected in your character. You should be concerned that people are going to buy a yellow machine and we don't know a Senate. You be concerned that people are going to negotiate on behalf of your country and PPCC is not having a buy-in. And Amara wrote him. I'm gonna be adding it up, I'm gonna be adding it up. But that's in essence, that's what Amara telling the man. Your advocacy must be consistent. If the advocacy is not consistent, then you are a false pretender. You are an empty wrinkled suit. That's what Dylan is, an empty wrinkled suit. Zero. You can get out of the man. Zero. So Liberian people, Bouaka is underperforming Wia. Bouaka undisputedly is now making Wia to low the Abraham Lincoln. Wia must have made some mistake, but we can now see, we can have a chance now to compare the two people. In less than 6 months, we see all the excesses of Bouaka. Now is the time for us to correct the other mistake we made. If it means we must stand with CDC, stand with YEKE, stand with Labour Party, stand with the opposition community to rescue the real rescue now, to save our country. Let's do it. Because Bouaka ain't able to rescue the country. Anybody who want to rescue Liberia will not treat Liberia the way Bouaka doing it. A rescue mission will incorporate everybody's interest. Poor people still suffering. 6 months in the government, nothing has changed. People not feeling anything. The only war Bouaka had fought was to fight a war to create big shot in the country, giving them 10 new jobs. That's all. And when they go buy fake yellow machine, when they go buy yellow machine that the deal shaded, the same pattern who benefit. Oh, the people they praying for our government to fail. No, pattern, nobody praying for your government to fail. Your government will fail because you guys are incompetent, grossly incompetent. The government will fail because you're not able to talk truth to Bouaka face. And every time the follower don't talk truth to the leader fails. And that's what will happen to Bouaka. Nobody praying for Bouaka to fail. Bouaka will fail on his own accord, on his own lack of competency. And that's why he will fail for. Nobody praying for him to fail. Patrick, if you were to tell Bouaka like what that young Pekin doing, Martin Colley, then maybe you will pay attention to the day you're cutting speech from Martin Colley because he's talking truth. He's spitting the truth being. He's cutting speech from Amara, throwing you out of the room because he's telling your truth. Bouaka is averse to truth. He hates truth. But we got to talk truth. And I want more truth teller to come out in Liberia. Liberian people who want betterment for their country, let us stand up against Bouaka. We need 1 million people to come up and stand in the Capitol building yard and tell Bouaka have a nice day. You ain't able to job.
Thank you, Anthony Isaac W. Jackson. He had been right here with us, and of course, quite an exciting moment we've always shared. And his own concerns and things are such that he wanted democratically done, and for the people to assemble. That's a democratic rally, and so all of these phases are very important. And we think for sure we are certainly getting there. So we look at what happens, and thanks so much. So let me get to the lines and interact with a few of you. And I've done a couple of draws for the people who play in the cash giveaway for today. So I've done a couple of draws already. Isaac Jackson rallying Liberian to say, no, we can't wait until 2029. We can tell.
We can't wait until they get ball.
We can
can't wait for the sport by way. Let's rest now.
Like this. There are certain things you can't just bear. You just have to allow the needful happen. So that's why he is calling for and said that the CDC should take the lead. Since the CDC lawmakers are proving they are not interested, then the Liberians themselves can now wake up and say, look, since the people who are supposed to talk for us, they are not talking, we ourselves can rally, and then that's it. If they have fed them well, it's up to them. Let's get to this line, talk to this caller. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Parasfield.
Yeah, please hear from you quickly. Okay.
Yeah, I send my thanks and appreciation to Mr. Jackson at the TV. Every citizen will get up. But citizens are giving the useful idiots. They are giving them chance. Waka is now taking Amara to be the useful idiot to him. They were the useful idiots Waka used to get to power. Amara was announcing that 3 o'clock a.m. will start calling our numbers because they were depending on the election magistrate to stock in ballots to put us in this hole. But what they were expecting from Waka, they're not getting it. And they are talking so they can get a brevet from out of CDC. CDC will come up, but we are giving the that get Waka to where he is just so we can come up.
All right, thank you, man. Goman, I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And let me get to the WhatsApp line. The diaspora folks are in queue tonight because Isaac Jackson is on. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, John Wampia, let's hear from you quickly. You people, former president is found guilty for hush money?
I'm a Democrat, man, not Republican, bro.
No, I say you people, American, former president. I didn't say Democrat or whatever it is. You in America now. Oh, so,
Yeah, but the man still get talk. He just talk to the people right now. He say it's a trash.
Ah, okay.
We're to fight by now. He said the man said a trash.
Yeah.
They just the more they go against him, the more the people are rallying up for him.
That's the whole thing.
He live with me. I just let it be like that.
Okay, Wampia. Let's go on. Isaac Jackson is on. He's rallying Liberians.
Yeah, even CDC lawmaker, I believe what he was doing, President Weata, that simple thing you need to do. That not everything when they say you represented, not everything you know. You need to get people, you need to get around people, the more common people, to get their view, get to your base.
Yeah.
To get the people view.
Yeah.
Then you put it together, you carry and go out on it. But not everything, because they don't like to call people in America here when they say representative, the big email, you every time. Whether you representing the Senate Council, it will be email you every time. They will say survey, take this survey, take that. Which one representative I can do it? All the men they are looking for money, they are not representing
and the issue there is, even in the United States of America, under Trump's administration, it's not wrong for the political party movement at the level of the legislature to initiate an impeachment proceeding and then move it. The citizens will support you, especially when you get the backings and everything. And that's what we even expect the citizens to be doing now, because everything Bogart is doing is running contrary to the Constitution. In fact, an affront even to the very lawmakers. There's nothing else Bogart is doing. He's not upholding any laws anymore. How can we run a country like this?
Yeah, the one Baka they came to power with, they will tell you that when you carry it to the house, anything that you want to do, you go to the House of Representatives, they will not agree. Not do it a day. Not do it. They do it on their own, which is wrong.
Then the citizens will pressure the lawmakers to do the needful. If they can, then this is what it is. Thank you so much, Wampia. Let's get on to this caller. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, how you doing, boss? Go on. And sorry, and Bensura, boss, I'll get to you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but I'm doing good, man. I said thanks to the council, man, for the deliberations. But if I ain't confused now. Waka had 42 years. Waka graduated from the University of Liberia. He went to Harvard. He went to Cornell. He went to Yale. He got all the education. They said in 5 months, he's failing. Decision that he's making is not in the interest of the people. Look at the 285 yellow machine. book us, and then your brother and friend, your little PK, and stand up there and said, no, we're not making that kind of decision. Yeah, you know? And then they said the thing is when the boat coming.
They turn the boat around. They turn the boat around. They told the boat to go back.
And you know, and people that told us yesterday that were pressing God, today they tell us, we're not going to be worrying with our country. Patrick Honor, the body God told us that we're praising God, anything we say that true. We believe it. Today they tell us, we're keep our emotion. We shouldn't talk.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. We can't continue to bear the pain, you know, of suffering. We can't continue to bear the pain of suffering. That's what Isaac Jackson is calling for. Hello, how you doing?
hello, Abraham, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. And so let's hear from you quickly.
My name is Charles Spencer. I'm calling from the United States.
Yeah.
Zibano, how you doing?
Zibano is speaking to you.
Zibano. That's a student guy talking though.
Yeah, I just want to weigh. That's why I call. You see the reason why citizen lawmaker, most especially the one from the Senate, would not talk. But that's because issue of national concerns, all because we are put aside the position wherein we are being caught, but they know what do I mean. You know, now it's a chief negotiator between the Senate and the executive. One of the guys said they got an interest in government. They got put in position when the government, when Biden took over, the lobby with the law. So when their wives, sister, brothers in government.
Yeah, all of them in government. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Kick them out. That's the reason why it's government, they will not do it. So, like what Zibano said, the citizen, we have to run it as citizen. That's the only way we can get a way out. But we should depend on citizen lawmaker.
All right. Thank you, Chief, for your contribution. We appreciate that. All right. So let me get on to the next caller right here. Hello, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, my name is Jerry. Jerry, I can call him from the US, you know. I've been monitoring the issue. I read it now, freaking caller on it, you know, but what really caught my heart is the CDC lawmaker. The topic yesterday, I tried to call, but I couldn't get you.
Yeah, sorry, the network was a problem here. Yeah.
Yeah, the CDC lawmaker have been a disaster to our operation. They're not helping. They're really not helping me. You guys have been there trying to speak for us. The lawmakers have sat there, look at all the ministers that Joseph Boga have sent to the Senate. CDC lawmakers sat there, they all pass. Those are human work. I'm not to say human work, but humanly. Nobody even contested against humanity to say, you know what? Humanity said all these things. Why should we confront me? None of them. They allowed them to go through. All right? So when we are the lawmaker, are they in our interest or in their own interest? You see, if you are back, you are going to get it.
Hey, there you go. And sorry, and let me just squeeze in Arvin. We said no time. You just have to be brief. No time. Yeah, and you know that for sure. Yeah, please go ahead quickly. No time. Yeah, so we can just squeeze in Arvin Reese, who have been calling as well to participate. Let me speak with Rodney. Ja, what's up? How's everything with you? Hello. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Gunson?
Yeah, boss.
Yes.
Go on. Let's listen to you. Yeah. Let's listen, please.
All right. So now we are talking, but I just want to make things clear to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Mr. Rodney Ja.
Yeah.
From Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to make things clear. If people are suffering, when people are suffering, and you are dealing with irresponsible, corrupt administration,
mm-hmm.
you don't need just one party to come out and say, "Oh, we're standing against them." If CDC is going to be a responsible party, you don't need CDC. You need the people that are suffering, that they are taking from the street.
Yeah.
The pimping boys,
mm-hmm.
the Susan and so, not CDC as a party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you get it. So let's remember, CDC has always been a responsible party that when people protest, they carry food for them. So you don't want to see your party looking like, oh, okay, just because we lost our election, that's why we coming out to protest. And let the regular people, the market women that are not seeing the things that they were seeing for their children, free education, construction going on everywhere, job availability.
So John, let's take for instance, if a CDC lawmaker decided to initiate an impeachment, bit of impeachment, and of course put that right on the floor. And citizens saw that as a good call and start rallying at the level of the national legislature, pressuring them to make sure that that impeachment holds. Then it goes straight for removal at the Senate. The pressure holds consistently here and there. These citizens are looking for leadership now. Who to make that? Who to take that decision? Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. With the lawmakers,
Yeah.
I don't think they are strong enough. But as a party, I don't think we should transfer it to the party, because the party need to be responsible as they have been.
Okay.
Yes.
All
So
right.
I understand and agree. I expect the regular citizens
Okay.
that are feeling the pinch.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let me get to this guy again, and we go on. I mean, we said I hope to get him. He was on, but I don't know what's wrong with this. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, this is Gloria from New Georgia.
Say.
I quite agree with the last caller that just called. CDC is a responsible party. We won't have to be jumping in the street here and there. Our lawmakers, I think the citizens go to their lawmaker houses, gather the citizens, the chairman of the community, go to your lawmakers. Put their feet to the fire.
Yeah, go to the lawmakers. They should act. Yeah.
Person,
Go to the
Yeah.
houses.
let me correct this sister and the guy.
It's the right thing. Because they are doing a lot.
Protesting.
Can you imagine they are pardoning?
Okay, let us just conclude. Isaac. Yeah.
You know? Yeah, the citizens go to them.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. So Isaac, yeah, you can just speak
So
to that.
let me correct the sister. Let me just say this to the sister and the brother. That a political party organizes a rally, it doesn't mean the political party is irresponsible. In fact, it is guaranteed for the political party to organize a rally because the leadership of the political party will be responsible for the marches that will take place. Go back to progressive politics in Liberia. It was a progressive that mobilized the people. The people will not be mobilized by themselves. They have to have people who will mobilize them. So Martin Luther King, he says, this protest is a language, embedded in democratic culture. So he advocated for protest. So when people go protest, and I mean they're not responsible, the political party is responsible. That's why it is given the right to organize people so that people go there and voice their disagreement. That political party can do it. So the CDC can do it. All that I am saying is political party can take the lead. If the private citizen want to lead, fine. But if the private citizen taking the lead, then mean the political party is sleeping. We cannot be experiencing the paucity of political opposition, political leadership in the country. Gabriel Bacchus Matthew, as a progressive people's party, stand up bearer and leader, mobilize our people. Political parties can do it. So when people come to protest, they're not irresponsible. Don't say, our people, we are part of our responsible party. The party are responsible party. That's why it will mobilize responsible people to do responsibility. You understand it? But in concluding, AB, I will tell my sister, tell my brother, all of those who are listening to us, from the local things, the way Boaka sat in the dance here, things will only get worse. I'm talking slowly. Things will only get worse. And if you love Liberia, you can't sit down for things to get worse.
Okay. So let me just squeeze in. Yeah, let me just squeeze in. I mean, we said quickly just for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then I can get to Representative Eva Kokolo Jones of Margibi County. He too, I wanted to weigh in a bit. So let me just give just a brief moment, and then I get to Representative Jones of Margibi County. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, quickly, and he's of the CDC too, though. Hello.
Hello. AB, let me say, good evening to Brother Jackson.
Good evening.
Yeah. Brother Jackson, thank you. Thanks for the show as well, and the excellent deliberation on the issues confronting the motherland, the homeland. And I like to say this clearly, as a sedition and a Liberian who have been in the trenches of student politics and history in this country. The only language is tyrannical and dictatorial regime that the miscarriage of a presidency in Mr. Boaka can understand. The only language is the language of protest. It's the language of citizen agitation against injustice and the travesty of justice. So yes, the political party can protest. Of course, the CPP organize protest. The Unity Party organize protest. So there's nothing wrong for a political party to protest.
Yeah.
There's also nothing wrong for the civil society movement to protest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those things are fundamentally guaranteed under the rule of law, under the constitution of our country. So the issue of protest does not belong not to a political party alone, and that's why we must begin, the brother Darcy and the rest of the brothers of nationalists and patrons, women abroad. We must begin to educate our people. We must begin to teach them. Because the best way to protest is to define the protest through education, public awareness, and civil education to the people. And that's what we must be able to teach the people in the government how this government has been able to scam them. And you see that there's excesses and there's bankruptcy in the leadership of the state.
You're right.
Look at what happened. And on the issue about the legislature, I want to be very clear here. I like to give some of our colleagues in the legislature are listening. I'm speaking as an Alvin Wisse. I am suspending my support to.
Hello, Alvin? Yeah, Alvin Wisse. I think
I will take revolutionary action.
Yeah, revolutionary action. Why you intend taking? But like that, yeah. And Reverend Jones was calling. I don't know whether you wanted to weigh in, but again, calling him back, he's not picking again. Perhaps he wants to relax. He had a change in mind and so forth. But I think there's pressure now that the last couple of days will start being mounted on the CDC lawmakers. I think they are losing grip with the people. And if any citizen action should take place here, I think they will not be seen as people who are part of the people. And they don't want to see themselves being ostracized by the people. And that is the power of the people. And if I were a CDC lawmaker, knowing what's happening now, what's going on now, you got to rethink your position and make your position clear. I think if people were to bundle up the Unity Party and the entire regime, I think some of these CDC lawmakers will leave within it. Yeah, I mean, just close up now. Yeah, you said you were suspending. Yeah.
So in conclusion, like I said to you, you don't have to wait for a lawmaker to protest.
Yeah.
You don't have to dance at the dictates and consent of a lawmaker to protest. The excruciating, unbearable economic disaster and harsh conditions that political situation our people are faced with. You don't have. So
you were speaking to the CDC lawmaker. We understand all of that quickly. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so I'm saying to you, right now, it is a revolutionary mandate. It is a revolutionary call to duty that all CDC lawmakers will stand up against the situation that before the country. You cannot have 22 million United States dollars. Somebody can pay 2,000 road. I can tell you, say, oh, they send a part of there, and you allow these people to mass that with the culture. And people like us, you want us to support you. You cannot go to a Senate, at the legislature, where Amin Modar will come and tell you before a fire CDC lawmakers celebrating and the type of very protected sheep. This is wrong. Irrespective of who these people are, we must be able to confront them to the basis. They are beneficiaries of our revolutionary sweat and blood. They ran on the party ticket. We stood in the line for them.
Right.
We struggled.
Okay.
We branded this institution.
Okay.
So we said to the brothers and sisters over there that they must come back to duty and be able to confront the Burger dynasty, the Burger Republic, so that they liberate.
You're right.
And we can confront them together. So, I mean, to all my brothers over there who are listening, I think it is a revolutionary call for you to wake up. It is important for you to wake up. You stand up for your people, stand up for your country, and again to our people. You don't also have to work for a lawmaker before you struggle.
Yeah, we can certainly do that. Thank you so much. We get to rather these things so that people will be awakened and know exactly what the country stands to be like. It's our democratic call that we are on here. Isaac Jackson, attorney, we can just. Council, go ahead.
Once more, we thank the people for listening. I'm very pleased about the warm sentiment across the country now. People bracing themselves to stand up against the oncoming train of disaster. The only way we will stop the oncoming train of disaster is for our people to stand up in readiness, to do as provided for in our constitution, to protest against this government. I have said that based on what we now know and see, the cavalcade of incompetent individuals and inadequate that now masquerade as government official, they will not deliver a better Liberia or a rescue mission. These are people who came to even help themselves. They're not helping Liberian people. Bouaga has not given us any policy prescription how to reduce poverty and suffering in the country. He has not done so. In fact, he's attempting to even increase the price already, trying to play politics around it. The breaking machine, trying to deceive people, even though they're trying to be crooked. It's not the way to go. The way to go is for us to operate a transparent government. From what I now see and from all that I know, things will only get worse. And if we don't want for things to get worse further, for the country to degenerate further, for the country to decline further, let's stand up in readiness and remind these people that this country is not the private farm for my yellow machine sister. It's not a private estate for the other brother who go in there and he won't be on 3D video, even though you know he's getting in deal with Robert Gumedi. Robert Gumedi, yeah, he's a millionaire in Africa, but he's not even like Dangote. Because Dangote thing, you can check. Dangote not into all that controversy that Gumedi in. So. And they know that Dangote guy on money song in a good way. Their Gumedi guy is a very interesting guy. We got to be very, very careful how we deal with these people. They sent my friend Jeremy Pierre to pick up the trash because they know that what they did with a 285 yellow machine, the way they're going about it, they knew it was wrong. And even Pierre's explanation make us to wonder more, because if you get intent to do bad thing and you taste instead of doing the bad thing, then what happened? Okay. It's incoherent and you can be charged for that. So Liberian people, let's stand up to save our country from further decline. It is provided for in our constitution. CDC, don't feel too bad about your people who were in your government yesterday. You thought they were the West people. No, they were not the West. These people are performing worse than them. Look to Patrick Hunter today. He's the one who's saying there should be censorship now. The government must be checking on Facebook. Why people writing on Facebook? They must check on them. He the one saying that people praying for the government to fail. Nobody praying for the government to fail. Dylan, who used to be shouting up and down, he told today, Dylan say, we operate close government. We won't be transparent. Dylan say, you show voting. That way, tell Amara. So you can see that these people are living contradiction to everything they said before. Now you can be confident that your people did better than them, and you must stand up and remove them.
Thank you. All right, got to the outside. W. Jackson, thanks so much. It's always great having you here. So, folks, that's all we have here. And winner nameland is coming up. For those of you who are able to win a cash giveaway, I was able to do the draws. About 15 of the 20 persons were able to receive their checks. I couldn't call you up, sorry. But tomorrow is the jackpot, and we're going to be right here. And of course, but winner will continue with the cash giveaway tonight. Thanks so much for being there.
Thank you very much.